Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jalen Hurts and the Arizona Cardinals versus Kyler Murray and the Carolina Panthers.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. Third season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Murray now on first down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Murray now to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Murray. It's brought in by Harris. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
While you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down now. It's Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 57 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Leading him out in his 2nd season from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, it's Jalen Hurts.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On the ground, Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 19 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Coleman, the first down and a little extra. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
Backside guys,
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Hurts.
They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. Touchdown, Cardinals. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah. He's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Hines on the toss play. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Murray going to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Murray. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. Now it's Hines. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Murray off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right, because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher, because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Hines. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the 36, Murray.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
This is Hines. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. From the gun, Murray. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Gonzalez now to have the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. On the delay, here's Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Flushed out right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw it the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and they've reached halftime with the score 17-10. Derrick Henry, well on his way to a 100-yard afternoon. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Andy Dalton, strong in the win, as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
2nd and 6. They go play action with Hurts.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 1st down, Hurts. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to John Ross. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Alvin Kamara, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Now Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's it.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Adafe Owe able to record his 5th sack of the season. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's taken to the 26. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. On the counter, here's Kamara. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 17, Hurts being chased out left. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Gano for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Throwing on first down is Murray.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. To throw is Murray. He'll check this down to Hines. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Play action. Now it's Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about the defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Murray now, third and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Dallas Goedert, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead.
Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and Carolina scores to cap it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's taken in by Knox. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. He's back to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They run, it's Kamara. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So now you're in range to tie things with a field goal, but they still have plenty of time to work for a game winner, and they're trying to do so. Nice job defensively to force incompletion there.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Murray to throw. Pass complete. Goddard. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six, or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The football going back over to Arizona now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A give. This is Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run with Coleman on first down, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. Kamara. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Running with Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Gano's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy. But it really was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Cardinals, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Carolina, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.